What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
New show on Netflix, Russian Doll, starring Natasha Lyonne, also created by, co-created by. She plays Nadia. It's very much like a Groundhog Day situation, where she dies and then starts her day over again, looking into the mirror of her friend's bathroom, behind one of the craziest doors ever. But she's kind of the New York party scene. She is a video game programmer, but she loves to party, do drugs. Kind of lives the wild rock star lifestyle. Let's put it that way. So when she dies, she doesn't know. It's all about her trying to figure out what happened, and of course, and what you have to do to fix the situation. As so many of the Groundhog Day kind of motif, structure, format, how those things kind of go. But it's done in a different way. Of course, there's Happy Death Day, which I'm talking about the sequel of that tomorrow. But that's another kind of property that uses that Groundhog Day kind of die and come back again way of telling the story, but applied to more of a horror movie. Where this one's not much of a horror movie as much as it's just, I love this show. I love Russian Doll. When I watch, quote unquote, watch stuff, a lot of the times I'm editing movies or I'm painting or something like that. So I'm not necessarily paying 100% attention. The first time I tried to watch this wasn't really like, I got it. It's like, okay, it's the Groundhog Day thing. It's like, I don't feel like it. Then I went and tried it again. And then something happens, I think, at the end of the third episode or maybe the fourth episode. There's not a lot of episodes. There's 8 episodes and they're a half hour each. So you can burn through it pretty quick. It's 4 hours, like a super long movie, basically. But halfway through it, she finds out that, spoilers, she's not the only one. That there's somebody else that's also dying and coming back and reliving that same day. So then they team up, and then it becomes about them forming this bond and this relationship by trying to, and they're very much different people. This is Charlie Barnett plays Alan, who is the other person who's dying and coming back. And he's more of like the introvert, plays video games, kind of like, just very naive, very, just a sweet dude, right? Versus her, she's a wild child. So they're contrasting personalities, but together it works out where they're trying to figure it out. And I love this show because it's so much like, I love how they are in a way to explain it. It's almost as if it's, they're living through the different versions. Like if you were to believe in the multiverse where, there's infinite versions of our reality, and there's so many that there's even a reality out there that's exactly the same as this one. So this show is almost like they're being transported to different versions of reality, different multiverses, where it's similar but slightly different. Things are slightly off. Things start disappearing. Things start getting kind of crazy, almost as they go through all the different types of experiences they could have in the different multiverses, that it gets to a universe where things are more Twilight Zone-ish. So it really amps up the intensity of them needing to figure this out. And it really gets down to the last episode where it's almost like they're given their final test to see if they can truly, fix the situation that may or may not have been the reason why this whole time loop thing started. And then the way it ends is it's just from top to bottom, this show is amazing, right? It ends, let's just say it ends with a really fun, it ends like a lot of independent movies would, with like a really catchy kind of, lo-fi alternative kind of music. I don't know who the band is or whatever, but it, it has like one of those catchy kind of, hipsterish kind of songs, and it's joyous, and people are triumphant, marching in like this band of creative misfits, and it's ultimately the message of this whole series, this whole season, which will be interesting to see if they come back to do a Russian Doll 2. I would hope that maybe they switch up the character. I don't know how they would do it. I would have trust that they would handle it in a way that would make it interesting, because once you kind of complete it, doing a sequel of it is tough, and I'm talking about how tough that is tomorrow in a Happy Death Day to You episode. But I think they could. I think they could figure it out. You know, it was awesome to see Natasha Lyonne in this show, and then also seeing that she's part of it. Like, I'm a huge fan. So anything she does, Orange is the New Black, I'm always happy to see when she pops up in something. But the show is just, it's so much fun. I would be really curious to know if they are going to do another season. But yeah, back to what I just think it's about just being nicer to each other. Like, seeing people in need and taking steps to help fix their, not necessarily fix their problem, but just be there. Just kind of give people that support, that like they're not alone, that even if everything falls apart, there's still people out there that care about them, that give a fuck about them, and that want them to do better. And I think, which our culture right now seems to be so much of the opposite, where it's very selfish. Everybody on every side just wants to complain and hate on everything, which given the opportunity, there's infinite things to hate on. There's infinite things that are going wrong. You know, people are getting called out on their bullshit on a daily basis. Artists are being torn down, where we can't watch Cosby shit anymore. Can't watch Kevin Spacey shit anymore. You know, it's like, it's tough, it's tough. Musicians are dying, like it's tough out there, people, to be a fan of things, versus CEOs that are getting away with shit and politicians that are getting away with shit, where it's like, even the fact that they sexually assault people, it's like not a big, it's like, oh, you could be a huge, anyway, political, whatever. Be positive, be nice, try and be nice to people. It's like everybody's like, treats everybody like they're a threat, right? You got to get your gun to protect yourself against the threat. Like, why don't you just be nice, man? Homeless people, they want to be acknowledged as humans, right? And just treat them with some respect. Treat everybody with more respect. Treat everything you do with more respect. Whether it's the work you do, the hobbies you have, the people around you, treat everything treat your whole universe, everything that surrounds you. Treat all of that better, because it's your universe. And when you put positivity out into your universe, you tend to attract positivity. Same thing with negativity. If you're the most negative person, everybody else that's negative, that relates to your negativity, will follow you. And then you'll have a giant following of assholes, of trolls, right? Try and build a community of people that are nice. I think and it all starts with you, because that's all you can control. Can't control other people. All you can control is yourself, and you can try and do your best. That's it. So go watch Russian Doll, man. I've technically rewatched it a bunch of times. All of the different versions are amazing. The different relationships that they have within the different versions of the reality are amazing. So it's just a fun show. I love it so much. Russian Doll on Netflix. Check it out. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out daily. Subscribe on IGTV and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. inspireddisorder.com for all of my artwork and podcasts that I've done over the years. At Ray Taylor for me on all social media. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out!